YouTube? Guys, what are you doing here? It's early, man. Um, I guess I'll get up. Okay, that's fine. All right. I just, you know, kid couldn't sleep last night in his own bed, so here I am in mine. I think my son's coming down with a little something though, so I won't bereft him too much. Well, I don't have anything set up for any new videos or reviews or anything like that. Uh, you've kind of caught me off by surprise. Uh, well, I am starting a new project. I guess I can talk about that. One of my biggest problems as a game designer in my own right, though I work on my own games and not really any big names, nor have I gotten to where I can publish anything yet. And one of my big problems there is I can't get it from in here to down on here. And that's the way it's been for a long time. But I'm at a point where I think I can. And I know that's a little silly sounding, but I'm just starting work. I have a whole bunch of stuff that I want to express. I have the time and the opportunity recently that I can start to put to paper the rules for my tabletop role-playing game system. And you know what? It isn't much. It really isn't. It's a quick, easy, sloppy, do anything that you want to do with it system of rules. And I've struggled with this for the past, I'm gonna say, 16 years that I've been working on the system. And I know that sounds like a lot of time, but the kind of system that I've been working on is designed around the idea of the mechanics should never be in the way of role-playing. That mechanics and role-playing should be working in sync with one another. And that mechanics should be designed to support role-playing. And I know this is kind of an alien idea. And it takes a little bit to make that work right. But, sorry, you woke me up, so, I'm starting the third version of this project. Project. Thank you. See, this is what happens when you wake me up and I don't have caffeine. Anyways, what I've decided to do is I'm going to start presenting this. Now, as far as the game world is concerned, that this is what has motivated the creation of this system, I'm not going to make public ever. And that's just because it's my baby. It's what I run with my friends. That's the way it is. As far as the game system, I believe that it should be completely free. If I get to a point where I want to produce the games that I have developed around the system, that's different. But the system itself, the battery of rules surrounding the idea of the creation and function of certain things should be free, completely free knowledge. I would not want to limit that at all whatsoever, which means the system does not just belong to me. It belongs to everyone, and everyone should be able to create a game utilizing these system rules. And the whole idea behind the system that I've been working on is to have the right kind of rules and the right kind of setup in such a manner as you're not limited to whatever class. You're not limited to whatever race. You are limited to your imagination. Yeah, sure, you're a human gunslinger and you decide to pull off a major engineering feat. You best have the mind to be able to do it, or the psyche to be able to do it. But that does not mean, in turn, that you couldn't. Oh God, I just lost my whole train of thought. It just completely crashed. What I'm trying to get at is the way this system is set up. You can be a human gunslinger and still be able to do things that stand outside of your class, because that's fucking role playing, and that's the way it goes. And the simple fact of the matter is what we see in this day and time is mechanics are going more and more towards team play. What team play means, let's talk MMO for instance. What team play means is it means that you don't ever get to play what you want to play, and you don't ever get to solo. Ever. Because if you solo, you die. And that's bullshit. And I know that there are a handful of MMORPGs out there that allow for that. But I'm not talking MMOs. I'm talking tabletop role-playing games. And in tabletop role-playing games, the trend has always been do what you want to do, because that's role-playing. You can create a human gunslinger, and that human gunslinger could have a finger in magic and a finger in the lady next door. I mean, excuse me, a finger in alchemy or whatever. Imagine. Um, but anyways, what that means is you can play what you want to play whenever the fuck you want to play it. Well, modern tabletop role-playing games are starting to angle towards what MMORPGs are doing, team play, which means soloing becomes harder and the rules surrounding it become more difficult. Now, I don't know what that is, and that is just my personal experience. I don't know what your experience is. Like some of the first some of the first tabletop RPGs I played whenever I was a kid was Shadowrun and Palladium. Shadowrun is a team play game. I don't give a flying fuck what you have to say on the subject matter. The reason why Shadowrun is team play oriented is not because you couldn't be uber powerful if you wanted to. It's because, and this is once again my personal experience, and I'm not speaking from the rules so much as I am speaking from the experience. You try to go hard ass or uber, the world gets uber on you. And that's just kind of the way it's set up. You bring in a ray of hope, somebody drops a beam of steel on you. But Palladium was different. Palladium was designed around the idea of heroes. And because of that, you could solo play. The only real reason why you can't solo play in Shadowrun is because Shadowrun is very, 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 very hard, very high level world, essentially speaking. So, anyways, this right here, what I'm working on right here, is designed to be as difficult as you are. And the rules are set up in such a manner as to permit that. You have a complete setup designed around favor and skill and I hate to use the word, but what I mean whenever I say it and what you mean whenever you say it are two different things. Luck. See, from my perspective, what luck is the layman's term of your relationship with the universe. Okay? The more in control of your universe you are, let's say it's on this side of the screen, the more in control of your universe that you are, the better your luck. The less in control of your universe, or the more in control of your universe the universe is in control of, the worse your luck. And it's set on a very minimalistic scale, and that's part of this system, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Anyways, I'm setting up a secondary series to the 21st century, or the Path of the Long Hunter series of me trying to become a 21st century long hunter, because as far as I'm concerned, I am a layman in reflection to that. And I appreciate your comments and I appreciate your views and your likes, but in cohabitation to that, I'm going to create a series pertinent to me working on this, which I'm assuming will take up the whole thing just for rules and talk about the rules and how they work and the kinds of game worlds that you can create around them. One of my favorite things about the system in here is there is no concrete spell work. There is no concrete alchemy work. There is no concrete form of sorcery. You have to develop it as you go. You want to be able to do that Uber Fireball? You have to develop it. And that's how magic works in here. But once again, I'm getting ahead of myself and we'll talk about it later. This is my baby. And for the first time, I'm going to be putting my baby out there in the world to see what you guys will do with it. I'm struggling with this right now because I'm not just sitting down and doing the work. I maybe written 3 pages in this thing, pretty much dancing around the subject because I don't know why it's hard for me to do that. But this system, you could make anything, any game world, and it will work. Okay, we're not talking derps here. We're not talking dumbed down mechanics so that you can roleplay whatever the blank you want. We're talking about a fully fleshed out system with the assistance of about a handful of friends over the last 15 years. A fully fleshed out system designed for you to build a game world around it. That's what I'm doing. Anyways, tell me what you think. This is not the first in a series. This is just the introduction or the letting you know what I'm going to be doing. Anyways, give me a shout out. Let me know what you think about that idea. If you have any advice on getting things to paper, if you are also a person who has had trouble like that in the past and you think you can help me out with that and say, get your shit together or whatever the hell you're going to say, and can help me put this stuff to paper from here to here, drop me a line. Leave me a comment. send me a message. Contact me on Facebook if you have to. Although I don't know if there is a link to my Facebook on here. I don't believe so. But anyways, exciting stuff. Talk to you later. May the Great Spirit walk with you. May your ancestors walk with you. And I need chapstick.